field right now.
Yes, we'd like to call this Economic Development Committee to order. Thank you. First on the agenda, the Industrial Development Agency, but a closer look at the agenda. People were aware that Mr. Politi wasn't able to make it today, so most people canceled with no report, and we appreciate that. Oh, I do.
Strike that from the record.
So Industrial Development has been excused. Any comments or questions for Industrial Development, even though no one is here? Seeing none, we shall move again Essex County Empire Zone. You've all had that report. Comments or questions on the report? Being none. Community Resources. We do have a hot body here today for Community Resources, Mr. Michael Masterides. Good morning.
I don't have a formal report this morning. I am happy to answer any questions anybody might have. But other than that, I'm in pretty good shape.
Questions or comments for Mike? Supervisors. Mr. Douglas.
Just want to say that, the governor put in his budget about these blighted properties, and once they come out with the application for this, I'm sure that many of you have in your town, and Mike and I had a conversation about all this Friday, and emails with Dan, that, we'll be all over this. If it's county-owned that we took from an auction or something like that, we'll be all over making sure that we're first in line with these applications. There is money in the budget for this. I don't know all the details yet about it, but we'll be all over this, and so it wouldn't hurt to have in your town some of those properties that you're looking at that are been a blight for a long time, and you've been harassed about it from everybody and their brother. You might want to make a little list that we can do not only a county application, but on behalf of the towns too, that we have a total what we're looking for. So we'll work on that together.
Yeah, I talked to Mr. Garrow about that at 6:30 this morning too. He's getting set to a formal evaluation of our properties that he can get us hopefully soon that aren't in any type of condition. So we'll see how that goes. But if there are, like Randy said, in your towns, if you have properties that are just not good properties, let us know. Maybe we can get some sort of evaluation and get an application out there that we can take care of some of these problems you've been having.
And kudos to Senator Little. I believe she was very forceful in getting this in the budget, so kudos to her too.
Thank you, Mr. Douglas. Mr. Grinnell.
A couple of questions. Does that include burnouts?
It's any blight. Any property considered blight.
Okay. The other question is, I read an article that says there's a $50 million pool of money for communities, villages, cities, and towns that had extensive damage due to freeze-ups and the severity of the winter. Does the county have any information on that?
I haven't saw anything on that. Do you know?
I got a letter, and I'll email it up to you when I get it.
Okay, yeah, that would be great. Was it Homeland Security bill or?
No, it's a state. The state has put it out as a special item because of the winter.
Did that get through, Randy?
I'm not aware of it getting through, but I will check on it. But that's why we gathered all the documentation a few weeks ago. That's why we were gathering that in anticipation of this possibly happening. But as of right now, I'm not aware of anything, but I will find out right after the meeting. Okay.
Yeah, and there is, for the storm we had in June of, was it 13 or 14? I think it was 13. The state is going to cover that 25%. There was a lot of damage, primarily in Elizabethtown area, so the state is going to cover that 25% match on top of the FEMA declaration.
I'm glad you brought that up, because with that said, the CEO of the county or the towns has to attend this training session that is over in Lewis, that we scheduled the date with them. Don, when do we schedule? Is Don still here? No? Hold on just a sec.
I have it by email,
I
but
do too. I just don't know what I did with it.
I just got the
11 a.m. in Lewis at the Public Safety Building on April 21st. So to get the other 25%, you have to attend this training. It's an hour long.
Thank you. Mr. Kinnon, did you?
I just wondered if those blighted houses include those that might be
owned by a bank that simply haven't done anything with it.
I don't know all the details yet, George. I'm hoping we get this soon. We'll reach out to contacts and see what information we can get on it, but I will get that. As soon as I have it, I will definitely have it out to Mike and Dan to get to everybody, and Dina to Judy.
Okay, thank you. Anything else for Michael? No referrals for planning, youth bureau? Touch on, we're all good on the youth bureau.
Talk all day.
Questions or comments on youth? Being none, get the hell out. You're excused. Thank you, Michael. Steve Lemire was excused, no report. The historian had supplied a report. She's not there. Any questions or comments on that? Anita Deming from Cooperative Extension is not here, but I do see Carol is with us this morning. Good morning, Carol. Thank you.
I just wanted to report that for the first quarter of the year, all of our websites are trending ahead, which is a good sign going into the spring, that there is interest in traveling to Essex County this summer. Jim wanted me to share that he's going to be busy over the next 3 months. He has been co-chair of the Tourism and Community Center Leadership Group of the Regional Economic Development Council, and so they're working on an upstate revitalization fund plan, which he hopes to have money then available to work on all of the Destination Master Plan projects throughout Essex County. And that's all I have.
Thank you. Comments, questions for Carol? Being none, thank you very much. Any further business to come before the committee? Being none, we stand adjourned.